If I had to manifest my dream life all over again in just 30 days, here's exactly how I would do it. Manifestation is not a one-time event. It's a repetitive system. And I discovered this being through so much pain, but now I'm able to create my dream life on command in unexpected ways through paths I didn't even know were possible. But it's a system. And once you master all three, you can tap into any reality you want. These are the secrets to manifestation. There's a special frequency playing in the background of this video. As you listen to me talk, you're actually manifesting your dream life. So your consciousness just thinks it's music, but your subconsciousness is manifesting with me. So get clear on your intentions and let's get into how to manifest. So when I first discovered manifestation through TikTok, I got so excited to try out the manifestation trend. I even bought crystals. I even bought like so many crystals, okay? Stuff that help you boost your manifestation, and like the 369 method, the pillow method, all these crazy like techniques. But after like 2 or 3 months of staying consistent, scripting, dreaming, all of it, I remember feeling extremely defeated because my reality stayed the exact same. Every day I woke up desperate for it to change, trying a new manifestation method and feeling like a failure. And I just thought I'm not spiritual enough, or I'm not connected to God, or something is just wrong with me. So I started giving up on this whole manifestation thing. I drove myself insane. So I went back to the basics and I started thinking, why am I so stuck? And this is my first realization. And this is how I ended up building my own system that got me results. All these manifestation techniques I tried did one thing for me. They made me self-aware about my current reality, about the negative thoughts in my mind and the beliefs that kept shouting at me that you're not good enough for this. So I realized the real work wasn't in those techniques, but the step that comes before it. And I got obsessed with actually mastering the step before you do any of those manifestation techniques. I had to get really clear on what is it that I even wanted. Why was I even so desperate to create this dream reality? And what was so wrong with my current reality? So I'm actually going into my notes because I remember like a crazy person writing it all down. And I'm like, why is no one talking about this? Now, I want you to close your eyes for a second and picture your dream reality. You are rich in it, or you have some things, but do you have an exact idea what you want? So I want you to take a journal right now, and the first question should be, what is it that I even want? Getting clear on this is the key to manifestation, because if you're not specific enough for what you want from your reality, how are we expecting for the universe to deliver it? So I know you're thinking that I know what I want. I've thought about it all day. I keep thinking about it. So I'm going to skip this one. Don't skip it. I'm telling you, there is a power in writing down, because your thoughts are disconnected from your reality. And there's a reason why you're not seeing your dream reality in your reality yet. Okay, I'm going to tell you what happened for me personally. And as I tell you my story, just think about where you are right now and where you want to go, and we'll find the gap of why you're not there yet. I was living with my parents, and internally I was like, I want to be more independent, while I was sitting in my bed while my mom was cooking omelets for me, bringing them to my room, and my dad was taking me shopping and helping me get all the prettiest dresses I want. So here's the real disconnect, okay? In my heart, I wanted independence, and I wanted to be the one who can take care of herself. While in my reality, I was really dependent. I'm manifesting. I want independence from a place of literally enjoying and being safe. So now we'll actually go to the next question, and that one is the one that's the gap between your current reality and your dream reality. So listen closely and highlight this one if you can. What is happening within you is there are some core beliefs that are keeping you safe in your current reality. And not only that you're unclear about your dream reality, but also there's some safety your current reality is providing you. The magical question is, why don't I have it? And break it down into 3 specific parts. One is, what safety or emotions is my current reality providing me? So that's your current reality. What does it provide you? And second, listen closely, is what am I scared of from my future reality or my dream reality? So here's what's happening within us, okay? On one end, our current reality is providing a lot of safety, a lot of comfort, a lot of pleasure, okay? And our dream reality is scary because honestly, being independent, moving out of my parents' house is scary. I wouldn't know how to live by myself in my dream city. Think about all the fear you have around your dream reality. And if you can pause the video, write this down right now. What is good about my current environment and what is scary about my dream reality? Now, the third part is extremely important because if you just leave with these two, you'll think you're just broken and there's a conflict because you want both at the same time. So listen closely. This third one is about energetic alignment. There's some energetic misalignment between where you are and where you want to go. The energetic alignment for me came from being able to map from here to there. There's so much pleasure, as Tony likes to call it. There's so much pleasure I associate with my current reality. What that is my mom cooking, the love I receive from my family, my incredible sister that I have. All that is pleasure, all the sweetness of your current reality. And there's all this fear and pain in my dream reality. So why will I manifest it? Why will it come into my reality? Why will I become independent when it's so scary? So what I have to do is switch it around. I have to create pain in my current reality and create pleasure in my future dream reality. And here's how we do it. Pain means that you think about how will it hurt you if you stay stuck exactly where you are? What will happen in 1 year if you stay exactly where you are? If my mom keeps cooking for me for the next 10 years of my life, am I going to be 50 and not have anyone? So I had to deepen the pain of being in this current reality. And then here's what I had to get super clear on, and this is where you start writing again. It was, why do I really want my dream reality? What pleasure, what beauty will it hold in my life? How will I feel about myself? Will I have more freedom? Will I have more passion in my life? Will I feel better about myself, that I can contribute to my parents' life? So as much as you can tap into that feeling of beauty associated with your dream reality, the more you'll be able to manifest it easily. Now, before you start going back to all your manifestation techniques again, there's one last step. And this one is extremely important because if I didn't have it, I wouldn't have been where I am right now. I had to get clear on who will I be that I will be able to experience this dream reality. So the key is who, not the how, not the process, but who would I have to be as a person energetically in order to hold everything that I want to create in my life. I had to create this mental image of an alternative persona in my mind for what will the dream self or my highest self look like, that this dream reality is almost natural to them. It's not like, wow, this new thing happened to me, but it's natural to them that they're living this life. What I had written for who would I be? Someone who is confident, courageous, daring, and is open to possibilities. They're charismatic and willing to try crazy opportunities. So think about yourself. What would you look like that you will just have this dream reality and it will feel natural to you? And picture it in your mind's eye. Feel connected to that higher self because you are that. And as much as you can feel it within yourself, the more accessible your dream reality will become for you. We're ready to go into the best and the chunk of this video, which is actually writing out our manifestations. We will actually be leveraging all the work that we just did. So here's my real script that I wrote, that I'm actually living this dream life now. As you listen to my script, you can start to think about the lessons you're learning, and then I'll get very, very clear on the real tactics that you need to follow. I am so grateful to wake up next to the love of my life. I feel fulfilled and a sense of peace knowing how strong our connection is. Notice that my script is in present tense. I'm writing this script as if I'm already living it. Now, this comes from Neville Goddard and it's extremely powerful. It is the law of assumption. When you assume that this is already your reality, it changes everything, because now you're not begging for it, you're not asking for it. You're operating from an energy of abundance, of already having it. So here, combine present tense with gratitude, and the result is law of assumption. The next thing I wrote was how I feel towards him while secretly sneaking in my manifestation of what I want our love to look like. I feel fulfilled and a sense of peace knowing how strong our connection is. We are obsessed with each other. The feeling, what will I feel like every day when I do have this thing in my reality? And also I snuck in my manifestation, which is because that's what I want. Okay, remember how I wanted to be independent? Now that wasn't good enough because independence is very vague. So here's what I had to do, and listen to this part very, very carefully, because I'm sure some of you are mistakenly writing the wrong things in your script. So I wrote, it is a blessing to be living in Austin. As I see the sunrise, I appreciate the beauty of the city. I'm elated knowing this is my home. I had to get very specific on what independence looks like in my life. It wasn't that I'm still in Mississauga living in the same home and I'm just doing things for myself. No. Independence looked like the specific city that I was always in love with, and also writing how I felt about the city. So think about your dream life, but think about the specific details that you want in this life. And how will you feel while experiencing it? What will you love about it? What will you be excited about it for? Okay, I'm a little bit like crazy because I want a lot of things at the same time. So if you want, you can make your script about one thing at a time. But for me, I wanted to stuff everything in. So the next section will actually teach you a lot about how to create everything you want and be as delusional as possible, because manifestation is all about believing in possibilities and not in your current reality, not in the 3D. I cannot wait to start working today. I'm so grateful that I get to be creative and how mysterious every day feels in my life. I love talking to my team and seeing the direct impact I get to have on so many lives. Okay, so I'll explain to you quickly why this is super delusional. Back in that time when I wrote this, I was literally working a job where I was an intern, and I was literally running around to an Apple store buying laptops for people, okay? And I'm here writing that I'll be leading a team. I'm here writing that I'll be free and creative and making like so much money. So the key is, Don't limit yourself. So, you know how you got clear on who will this person be? As I was scripting, I started imagining this person, that she's charismatic and confident and bold, and she asks for whatever she wants. And I started scripting from that higher self. I started writing like the things she would want in her reality, not just things I think are possible for me in my current state, but things this dream version knows can happen effortlessly for her. And when you tap into that power of your higher self, that's why I told you, get clear on the who, not how you will do it, but who will you be. You will start to write things that you haven't even thought about are possible for you right now. Let me tell you the secret to scripting that no one talks about. It's not about the words you're writing, and it's not even about reading it every night before you go to sleep. There's something much deeper, something I discovered by mistake. As I was writing it, I started to get really happy and really tapping into my higher self. What I didn't realize was I was actually creating the feeling within myself. When you're scripting, don't just write words. Tap into that feeling, because when you feel connected, you're in fact manifesting all those things in real time. So after I made this long list of manifestations to Santa Claus, I do one more thing, okay? I write out thank you, thank you, thank you 3 times. And here's why I do it. This is something I realized within myself. Whenever something bad was happening in my reality, I was like, why is this happening to me? Why are things so bad? But whenever something good was happening, I wasn't giving thanks for it. I wasn't stopping for a moment and giving gratitude to the universe. So now we need to get really aware that this dream life is coming to you. But you need to thank the universe for giving it to you. And you need to pre-thank it, because the universe is like, oh no, they already gave me thanks, now I gotta deliver. So thank Santa Claus because they're bringing these things to you, but thank them 3 times. Thank them 10 times. Why do we have to be cheap with our thank yous? And just feel that sense of gratitude and close that script with a certainty of knowing that it's coming to you, and you're so certain that you can thank the universe for giving it to you. Okay, now that we wrote our magical dream list and our script, your job is actually not done yet. And the hard part is all over, but you need to listen closely. After I wrote this script, because of all the failures I'd had, I was like, why is this manifestation method gonna work when nothing else did? And by day 3, literally I remember thinking in my mind, I'm not good enough, I'm not gonna have this is not possible for me. So I realized that the beliefs were not just gone, that these beliefs I held about myself were still there. So the work I had to do was conscious inner healing on what was holding me back. Now is the time, after you've written the script, to actually work and rewire those fears into new beliefs and affirmations. It's about identifying why those beliefs were formed in you. What happened in our childhood that made us so negative about ourselves? And one by one, taking those beliefs and translating them over into something that your dream self would actually believe about themselves. For me, it was getting clear on aligning what will be the new beliefs that my dream self will have and practicing those instead. So whenever a negative thought came up, I sat with it, I felt it, I gave thanks for it, that I understand that it's just trying to protect me, and then I consciously chose to say new words inside me until they became my natural state for the 30 days. So for example, I said, I believe in myself, I believe in miracles, everything is working out in my favor, I am open to receiving blessings, I'm grateful for the path ahead of me. These affirmations were coming from my heart. It could be something else for you. But just remember, the thoughts, everything you've seen, all your past experiences can be let go just like that. You don't need to hold on to them. and you can rewire them consciously, but they will take some time. And that is how you make your manifestation from a dream to a reality, by practicing a new belief pattern, new emotions, and making them real as possible. And lastly, if you want to supercharge all of that work and actually experience it on a compressed timeline, I would recommend really use miracles. And what that means is use subliminals, use the power of meditation and visualization. There are so many tools that we're equipped with that we forget to leverage. For me, after I did the scripting, after I did the inner healing, I was like, should I just sit and wait now? I did sit and wait, but while I was doing that, in the background, in my ears, I realized I need to keep on fulfilling my inner environment with beauty. And I did that through listening to beautiful music, through listening to subliminals, through meditating, creating a beautiful inner state within myself, visualizing my dream self, visualizing my dream reality. So that's the key. At the end of the day, you can tie it all together. It's like the bow on the gift which you wrap, and just keep experiencing joy and more beautiful emotions. And I actually made a subliminal through this whole experience that supercharged my reality, and I'll put it over here. You can listen to it for 21 days and see a reality shift. Now, to close it all off, you have a whole system. You have a before, you have a script, and you have an after. Just please promise me that you will take a journal and you will write these things down. I'm not just sitting here with coffee to blabber. I'm sitting here to create impact in your life, because I know your dream reality is literally right around the corner, and you need to make a choice to have it, and you need to just be yourself and tap into all the beautiful tools that are accessible to you. See you around, and subscribe to my channel. I'm talking about transformation, manifestation, and taking your power back, because you deserve to have it all.